Welcome back, Neptunians, to another Case File episode. In these episodes, we take a close look at an unexplained event and see if we can discover the truth. If you're a first-time viewer, please consider subscribing so you never miss a case file. Today's case is the intriguing mystery of the lead mask deaths. Brazil, August 20th, 1966. A young boy discovers the bodies of two men on Vintem Hill. The bodies are partially covered with grass and show no obvious signs of trauma. The men were smartly dressed in suits and were also wearing raincoats. Found with the bodies was a bottle of water, 2 wet towels, a notebook, and most intriguing of all, discovered with the body, 2 lead masks. The 2 men were identified as Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira de Cruz, a pair of electrical engineers that lived in the area. The men had told their families they were going to buy supplies for their work. Miguel and Manuel got a bus to the Vintem Hill area. Once there, they purchased a raincoat each from a local store, in addition to purchasing water from a local bar. The bartender who served the pair later recalled how Miguel had looked very nervous and kept checking his watch. Another interesting part of the case is the notebook and the instructions found within. These instructions were as follows: 16:30, be at specified location. 18:30, ingest capsules. After the effect, protect metals, await signal mask. No capsules were found with the men, suggesting that if they did exist, then the men must have consumed them. So what are some of the possible explanations to explain this strange case? Accidental overdose. It was claimed that the men were part of a scientific spiritualist group. A friend of the pair, Alicio Gomez, was also a member of this scientific spiritualist society, and claims that several months earlier the 3 of them had built a device in an attempt to contact Mars, but the device had actually exploded. It has been proposed that the men may have been using psychedelic drugs as a way to contact spirits or extraterrestrials. Although no toxicology report was carried out, the cause of death was determined to be cardiac arrest. However, deaths from psychedelics such as LSD are very rare, making this theory unlikely. Suicide. Some people have suggested that Miguel and Manuel may have ingested cyanide capsules in order to fulfill some kind of suicide pact. However, both men were wearing raincoats, which they purchased the day of their death, as the receipt was found on one of the bodies. Therefore, it begs the question, would 2 men who were going to kill themselves think to buy raincoats? UFOs. Another theory is that the 2 men made contact with extraterrestrials and were killed during this encounter. This theory is supported by several witness reports which describe seeing an oval-shaped object, orange in colour, with a band of fire around its edges, sending out rays in all directions in the vicinity of Vintem Hill. A 4th and final explanation suggests the possibility of a 3rd man or even a group of men were involved in the events. It has been suggested that Miguel and Manuel may have been conned, perhaps being sold the capsules with the promise of achieving contact, when in reality the capsules contained poison. The group could then go and loot the bodies of Miguel and Manuel. A piece of evidence that supports this theory is the fact that their business accounts showed a single withdrawal of a large sum of money. In addition to this, no money or belongings such as watches and jewellery were present when the bodies were discovered. Now, over 50 years later, the case still remains a mystery. What do you think happened to Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira de Cruz on Vintem Hill in 1966? Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed today's case file, and if you're a first time viewer, please consider subscribing so you never miss a video. You can follow Nups on social media, and as always you can contact us via email with any unexplained events you would like us to cover. This has been Ryan1304 signing off and asking you to remember to always question everything.